Board. Hey, good almost afternoon, kids. Who do you? Somewhere on the planet, it's already afternoon. In fact, it's even tomorrow. We're operating in Back to the Future time. But what's going on, kids? I'm so excited to be back into Kong's lab again. I've been trying to get people to send me samples of their stuff so that I can do a little bit of testing on it to see what it's worth, see whether it is actually good or not. And mostly what my goal is with these kinds of deals is I want to show people how I'm always saying that Kong, it makes everything better, everything. And I'm here today to prove that once again. So far, every time I've done these kinds of experiments, it has shown very clearly that Kong makes everything better. Woo-dee-woo! So what's going on there, Wes? How you doing up there in Montana? You guys getting frozen out or snowed on or what?
Well, we got a decent amount of snow finally. We got drilled in late September, early October. And then we've been pretty much skists and just pretty much snow-free. But we got about 6 inches down on the ground, and it's windy and cold today. So it's not very favorable to be outside.
Yeah, way better to be on the inside, man. At least
Way
not like
better to be
rock
on
guard
the
up there where
inside.
it's like minus 20.
Yeah.
But
Kong's Lab Day. Perfect day for the Kong's Lab.
Kids, I just love coming into Kong's Lab. It's fun putting on my little makeshift lab coat, which is actually a little karate gi that my sweetie picked up for me at the thrift store.
You look like a mad scientist.
See my badge? See who's coming here today? Yeah, you see it? Doc Kong at your service. Okay, so kids, my gig with coming in here is I'm not here to disparage other companies or anything like that, because quite frankly, I think there's lots of good products out there on the market. And what I'm here to prove today is that Kong and water makes everything better. Even something that's really not very good for you, if you mix it with Kong and water, it can actually shift it to where it is actually good for you. Like a perfect example is I love cranberry juice, and I drink this particular cranberry juice that doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup in it or anything like that. And it's one of those kind that you mix up. Well, I've done tests on it where I've mixed it up with my regular tap water. And by the way, just so everybody knows, my tap water is some of the very best tap water that there is on planet Earth. It comes off the mountains right here by my house, goes down into a deep well aquifer, and gets pumped up into our house, and it gets nothing added to it, nothing. Whatever's in it is what's in it from nature. And so it doesn't have any chlorine, no fluoride, nothing like that, which kind of presents an interesting challenge for me, because like with my Inespa, I'm not even sure when I need to change my filter, because I'm not going to ever start smelling chlorine in my water, so I don't know. That's one of those things I'm going to have to learn about. But yeah, I can't do what a lot of people can do, where they can test to see if they've got chlorine in their water, and then they know it's time to change their filter. But the point of that is that I'm using some of the very best water that there is in the world to do this test. And what I'm going to show everybody to start with is just the waters themselves with nothing in them. And this product that I'm going to be showing you, I'm not going to tell you what it is or anything, because like I said, I'm not here to do that. It says tear the stick at preparation, pour the contents into 4 to 8 ounces of hot or cold water, stir and enjoy. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then they've got this little turmeric product that is, this is interesting, you guys. And I think everybody should pay attention to this kind of stuff, because here we have some turmeric, and it is 95% curcuminoids. It's got caffeine. It's got 3,3-diindomethane. Methane. That's like farts. You got turmeric with farts in it, kids. Who do you? And, phosphatidylcholine from sunflower lectin. Hey, whatever. I mean, when you got stuff in it that you can't even pronounce, you ought to like be a little bit concerned if you can't pronounce it. Just a smidge. Yeah, right there, Wes. I always get a little concerned when I'm eating stuff that I can't pronounce. And yeah, there are things out there that are natural that you can't pronounce, but usually that's not the case. And heck, when it says methane, I don't know, and caffeine, that's, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me to be mixing turmeric with caffeine. Seems kind of like an upper and a downer at the same time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a. What's that? I can't hear you. You must be muted.
That just keeps you on the balance level, not too high, not too low. You're like the porridge and the Three Bears. You're just right.
Sounds good. Well, anyway, that's just something I wanted to, this stuff is supposed to be a coffee blend. This stuff that I'm going to put in, I'm not going to show you who it's made by. If anybody wants to know what this product is, all they got to do is reach out to me through private messenger, and I'll be happy to give them all the information that I have on this. Because, another part of the reason why I'm doing this, kids, is because if this is actually something that's good for you, I want people to know about it. I want to promote these healthy options that are out there. If there's healthy stuff out there, I want to show people that it's healthy, and I want to help them get it. And I want to promote people and companies and things that are good for us. I don't have any problem with that. But, so far in the episodes that I've done, even, some of them have been recorded, some of them not. I still have yet to find one of these kinds of products that's actually good for you. And so, Sean, since how you're here, maybe I might have you help everybody understand what this little gadget is all about.
Sure. Well, you got yourself there an oxidation reduction potential meter. And that device is very, very well suited to determine the antioxidant properties in said liquid. So what that tells you then is they say antioxidants are the thing, and that does a real good job of letting you know if something is negatively charged or positively charged. If it's positively charged, it's oxidizing, meaning that it's aging your cells. It's like cutting an apple in half and leaving it on the counter and coming back in an hour and seeing it getting brown. That's oxidizing, okay? On the antioxidant trip, you actually need to be negative, and that shows it's a reversal of aging, and it's basically giving you an idea of how one can slow the aging process by consuming liquids of an antioxidant magnitude, if you will. So that's about all I got for that one. Does that suffice there, mad scientist?
Well, perfect. That should actually, that's a great explanation of this. And I want people to see something here, because here I have my trusty ORP meter, and I'm just kind of waving the probe around in the air. And you'll see right here that we're looking at a positive. See, there's a positive number there, and it's like a positive 90, 180, close to 190, up and down. And so what we're looking for is we're looking for that negative number. Like Sean just said, we're looking for something that is anti-oxidizing to our body. Okay, and so to get this little experiment started, what we're going to do here is I'm going to take the camera and get it down here to where you guys can see what I got going on over here. I've got my trusty water faucet right here that puts out some of the best water there is on planet Earth. And I'm going to take it, turn it on. I'm just turning it on cold water. I'm going to let it run for a second to get anything out of the out of the line, so we're getting something that's fresh. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill this baby up. That's probably pretty close to about 6 ounces of water. And then on the other hand, I'm going to turn Kong on. We have Kong here. 9.5, baby. God's elixir. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let that run for a minute. And for me, you know, I like to run my water all the time at about half speed. I never run it full blast, and I never run it really super slow either. But I'm going to go ahead and fill this one up now. And we're going to take a preliminary, reading that we're getting here from our trusty ORP meter. So we're going to go into my tap water first. And what are we looking at there? Can you see it there, Sean?
155. I need my readers.
So we've got a positive 160 and climbing. 180. It should go up there around 250. Usually my tap water is in about the positive 250 range once it's all said and done.
All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, 195 positive. That's an oxidizer. That's aging you.
Yes, exactly. And now we're going to go over here into Kong's water. And what do we have there?
Jumping Jehoshaphat. I'd have to say that is not very arguably the most powerful antioxidant on the planet at about a negative 850. 5.
Isn't that crazy?
And climbing in the antioxidant.
What this shows people is just, you know, one of the things is that what's happening is that this water that comes out of this tap right here, it's actually being diverted over into this machine. And as you can see, we're going from a positive reading, climbing, should end up there somewhere around about 200, to a negative reading. That over here, the water that's coming out of the Kangen machine, you see that little negative mark right there, kids? That right there, that is pure gold. That's the fountain of youth right there. But the reason why I'm doing this beforehand is because look at that negative number. We got a negative over 800, and this is just 9.5 water running at about half speed, okay? If I slow it down even further, I'll get it up over 900. But I'm not going to do that. I just run it at what my normal speed is. And if I were using this water, if I were using this product, I'd be doing the same thing that I'm doing right here. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the instructions of this product, and we're going to put it into both of these little cups. We're going to go ahead and put this in here and do what they say to do. We're gonna put it all in here. We're putting this one into this one. Bear with me. We got this little plastic tablet that is kind of already broken open. Kind of interesting that they'd send me a tablet thing that's already broken open. But anyway, there it is. There's the one. Now we're going to do the other one here. Get it open. And put it in. Now this one is going in over here on the regular water side. This is the plain old H2O side of the equation. We're putting their little turmeric product in here. And then we're doing we're going to put in the other stuff here too. So we put one of each of those in there. And then we got our little packet of this stuff here. We're going to pour it into one. This is supposed to be some smart coffee of some sort. And we're going to go ahead and pour that in there. You know, an interesting thing to bring to point here is that these two little tablets and these two little thingy-me-jiggers right here, they cost me 10 bucks. Cost me 10 bucks to have this stuff brought in. And I personally, hey, do the math, kids. Do the math. You know, there's 2 cups of coffee, $10. Extrapolate that times 365 days a year, and you'll see what you got. So now what the instructions on there say is to put this into hot or cold water and just mix it up and see what you get. I mean, personally, this does not look like the greatest thing in the world to be eating or drinking, but hey, you know, looks aren't always accurate. So in order not to contaminate anything, I'm going to use two different things to stir with. So I'm stirring these up. Smells good. Smells like coffee. So I'm just going to stir these up like the instructions say to do. Now, can everybody see that? Yeah, you can see it. Anyway, this stuff doesn't want to dissolve into the water very good, but you know, hey, whatever. If it's good for you, you just guzzle it down and don't worry about it. Just drink it. Don't worry about the looks. I mean, you know, if Sean and I worried about looks, we'd be in trouble.
Absolutely. Why do you
Okay,
think I'm
so
such
here
a
we go,
charming?
kids. It's truth or dare time right here. We got our meter going, and we're going to go into the regular water side first. What do we got there? We got a positive number, do we not?
144.3.
144. So that's actually, you know, to give this stuff a little bit of a kudos. We had on my water, we had like a positive 190, and now we've got a positive 140. So you got to give it a little bit of credit because there is actually a little bit of antioxidant capability going on in this stuff, but not nearly enough to make it actually good for you.
That'll put you right in the range of, you know, like a bottled water, if you will. You know, it's not nothing to sneeze at.
Now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean.
You don't want to take that home and meet your mother. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay, now check it out, kids. We're going over here to Kong. What do we got?
Oh my Lord, it's negative 560 and climbing. So it's it definitely, Kangen definitely makes it way more antioxidant. I mean, criminy steak, 700 points, almost 800 points.
But you know, another thing to remember is that this water right here, before we put this stuff in it, was almost a negative 900.
Right.
And now it's down to a negative 500 ish, almost 600. So it's cost us a negative 200 of antioxidant power. So, you know, if we now just kind of go back and forth between these two, it's positive if it's in the regular water.
143.
And kids, I guarantee you,
Positive.
if you're mixing this up with something like Dasani, you're going to have an even worse positive number.
Yeah.
But look what Kong's water is doing for this. Where are we at? We're at negative 500. So this stuff is actually good for you if you're drinking it with Kangen water. Are you getting this, kids? Do you understand the importance of what we're showing you to here today in Kong's lab?
Well,
And
it's
then,
like, here's what, may I interject, JJ?
yeah, absolutely.
I think what people need to realize, and I hope they are, but if I can lead the witness, if I may, you want antioxidants. If these kind of products say you're getting antioxidants and yet you're dealing with a positively charged number, you're not getting the antioxidants that you're trying to get. It's like when they tried putting antioxidants in a cherry 7-Up. I mean, it's just absolutely like complete opposites, and you can't. It's like oil and water. They just don't mix unless it's the 11.5 that I wisely share with you. But the bottom line is you want something to be negatively charged. So if you're going to drink these gimmicks, if you're going to take supplements, if you're going to do these things that you're trying to do, that the labels and the product manufacturer claims they do, then it'd be pretty wise to get the most out of these things by using Kangen water. I mean, it's amazing to me how people want to believe what they want to believe with just not really being able to test it. And what you're doing right now is you're exposing the truth that without Kangen water, this is garbage. With Kangen water, you can utilize it and it can actually help you.
That is amazing right there, brother. I mean, look at the difference in the number. And, you know, one thing people need to understand about this is that this little meter right here, this little meter doesn't have any opinion. It doesn't have any bias. It doesn't care about anybody else's opinion. It hasn't read any articles. It hasn't heard anything from anybody selling anything. It's just
not going through a
machine.
gender identity crisis.
Yeah, you know, this is like the Terminator right here. That's all it is. It's the Terminator. It's terminating fallacies and nonsense that these kinds of things are actually what they say they are. And, you know, the thing is if you go through the little packet that this stuff all came in, it talks about how it's such a great antioxidant, how it's so good for you, how it will make you happy. It actually is supposed to make you happy. Hey, cool. You know, I mean, if I'm drinking this stuff right here and I'm drinking it with Kong's water, you know what? It's actually going to make me happy because it's actually got good antioxidant power. It's actually good for me. And quite frankly, anything that I can drink that is good for me, oh, yuck. Man, that... I mean, somebody who likes the taste of coffee, they might actually enjoy that because it, you know, it's got a coffee taste and you know, all that. But for me, I'm one of those people, I don't really like the taste of coffee. I usually have to add, you know, like honey and cream to my coffee for me to deal with it. But, you know, the point of the matter is, kids, if you drink this that's made with Kangen water, you got a negatively charged antioxidant that is actually really, really good for you. And if you're drinking it with some of the best regular old plain old H2O on the planet, it's actually not good for you at all. It's oxidizing you. And that's what we're here to show people on Kong's Lab, is on the Kong Family Show. We're here to bring value. We're here to bring truth. We're here to bring information that can make a difference in people's lives. And, you know, the reason that I'm not showing you who this company is because that's not my job here. I'm not here to make anybody look bad. And, you know, I mean, because in my opinion, this does make this company look really bad. But that's only an issue if I tell you who it is. And I'm simply not going to do that out here in a public setting, in a public forum, because that's just not the way I roll. If any of you want to know what this is so that you can, stay away from it or
Avoid
let
it.
people know about it, fine. I'll let you know on a personal basis, but I'm not here to beat
We
anybody
do things
down.
with integrity. We do things with integrity here in the Cogs Lab.
Yeah. Amen, brother. I'm not here to harm anybody. I'm here to help people. I'm here to change the world. And it's pretty awesome being able to be part of that with my brother from another mother and the same father. I'm so excited to be here with him today, and I just love the blessings that we have having this format and being able to do this and being able to show the truth about what's going on out there. For anybody out there, if you have any of these kinds of products and you want to know, send them to me. Send me a little sample, and we'll do this same thing and expose it. Or go get yourself an ORP meter. Heck, if you got Kong's water, you want one of these ORP meters, man. They're worth their weight in gold, and they're only 125 bucks from Ion Faucet. And so I recommend that people get their own ORP meter because there's so many things that you can do with them. And I personally like to test everything. All the stuff that I put into my body, I like to know what it's doing to me. I want to know whether it's oxidizing or anti-oxidizing. And so this is a trusty little thing for you guys to have. Anyway, so Sean, that pretty much concludes what we were trying to do here today in Cogs Lab. Do you have anything you would like to add to this before we get on with the day?
Well, I think at the end of the day, what we're talking about here is to what degree Kangen water positively affects anything. I'm talking to people all the time about that take supplements or the, lifters and people that take protein, and, they're always trying to take these things, and yet they're not getting the full value of that product. If this is hydrating you 6 times more efficiently than any other water on the planet, then it behooves anybody to mix that type of water with whatever products they're taking. And this example here is pretty much testimony to that. I mean, you're seeing a positive oxidizing liquid without Kangen water, even with your good sandy aquifer water. It's still positively charged, which in and of itself, that doesn't tell me that this product is very accurate in what it's trying to claim. Doesn't live up to the billing. But when you take Kangen water and make this product, it accentuates it dramatically. So if you're trying to get antioxidants and if you're trying to get the benefits of any of this stuff, at the very least, Kangen water is going to, transform it and actually allow that product to be as effective as their marketing suggests. So, I think I need to figure out who this company is so I can go to their board and they can start selling Kangen water to all the people that are buying into this thing so they can actually get the usage from it. What a marketing prospect. What a lead.
Yeah, amen. That's it. That's exactly it, you guys. The truth of the matter is there's all kinds of products out there that say they do what this particular company says it does. But if you actually put it to an unbiased test, like the good old-fashioned trusty ORP meter that doesn't care about anybody's opinion, you put it to you can take it and put the whole thing to rest. Because here we are one last time before we go. We got ourselves a positive number there.
Yeah, positive 110, 106. Yeah.
And
oxidizing, it's above zero.
The wrong side of the equation, what do we have?
Negative 560 and climbing, 67, 69. Yeah,
Super
I mean, you're talking.
For everybody to realize that what I put into these two little containers here were the exact same thing. I didn't put anything different. I put one of their little tablets and one of their little packets in each with exactly the same amount of water in both of them. And the results speak for themselves.
The proof is in the pudding.
Amen.
Kong's water is a game changer. It's a show stealer. It's a show stopper.
Yes, it is. Yes,
I'm a rhyme
it is.
dropper.
Dog makes everything better. Ah!
Nice. You
Well,
are
I
the
love you,
pinkest
kids.
Kong. You are the pinkest King Kong I've ever seen. I love it.
Now wait till summer. I'll be brown again. I just need to get out
That's
there and get into that
attaboy.
vitamin D. Because
That's
Tom
it.
don't wear, he don't use none of that sunscreen stuff. You know, the
No.
last time I put sunscreen on, I blistered. I
Ugh.
literally have blisters all over my back from putting sunscreen on. I don't put
Yeah.
that garbage on my body anymore. I just go with
No.
continuity. Get your sunscreen from the inside. And
That's it. That's it.
so anyway, there you go, kids. We are the Kong family. We're here to change the world. And Sean, how is it that we're doing that again?
1 glass of hydrogen-rich, oxygen-saturated, supremely hydrating, 9.5 at a time, if you please.
Amen, brother. One lightning bolt in a box, like this little rascal over there. See him? That's the lightning bolt in a box, Kong. And
Shazam.
one of those, one fun, informative, exciting show, one amazing guest, one incredible family at a time. Kids, get out there, change the world, starting with your own. And of course, as usual, as always, do not forget your hugs, kids. You need these. These are important. And don't forget your honey. I challenge you to let those things rip. You'll see how good
Nice.
they feel. All right, kids. Thank you so much for being here. Sean, thanks for your help, brother. That was
You
a
know it.
blast. Always love getting into Kong's lab. You guys make it
Attaboy.
a great day. Tomorrow, we've got Michelle Mason Richardson coming in for her
Giddy up.
monthly thing. She's coming in on the second Wednesday of every month to she's a life coach and she's all about Kong and water, and she's going to be giving us golden nuggets.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
kids. Love you.
Giddy up.
Great day.
All right, man. Word. Rock and roll.
Bye for now.